church, but he can't himself.
Stay ready.
I hope there won't be a couple. Monologue this. Thanks.
Wait, try down. I wouldn't hope. But we can be in bed in 45 minutes. Champagne Thank you for this new beginning that you and your infinite listen to it.
People all over the world.
See, they say that angel stuff of seven don't care about the people. But angel stuff of seven cares about the people because I'm bold enough to tell you the truth. And I don't give a damn if you give me a dime. I'm not looking for your money.
We are in a state of emergency. Prejudice. Want the song about it? Like to hear it? Here it goes. Free your mind.
And she does just that on Sunday.
My brother Angel Snub 7 at the Reality Temple. And to give props to him, because I listened to all of Angel Snub 7's videos, I think that he comes from a different angle. And there's a powerful message in a lot of the videos that he put out, and I try to catch all of them. I look at him as a free thinker and a person that's willing to challenge those of which he don't agree with or which he may think differently from, and I really respect him for that. He's challenged KNBS, and he has also challenged the Black supremacy movement as well. And I have nothing against that, because that which cannot be challenged cannot stand, it will not stand, and will not survive the test of time. How many challenges we can withstand will determine how long we will be able to stand.
Not to be popular. It just, I'm inspired by my brother. That reality tip was the most powerful voice on the internet. That real Angel Snub 7. That's right, bro. I'm calling you out, bro. I'm building you. I'm putting you out there, bro. I'm shouting you out. That's my inspiration.
This is an honor. I've been watching you for at least a couple years now.
Yes, sir.
From the first time I got hip to your channel, I've been hooked ever since. I'm always looking out for new videos. I mean, when I first saw your channel, I said, oh, this is an ancestor that has most definitely returned. Yes, most definitely. This is not a new ancestor. This is an old ancestor. You could hear, you could feel the ancestors through you. You know, most people probably say, what is he talking about?
Right.
They don't get it. You gotta be on that level.
Have you worked with the Reverend for a very long time?
Ever since you got here. 5 years. I've never wanted anybody else to.
What about it? I checked everything. Mouth, toes. Saturday. Check his medical history.
I trust that feeling. Does anybody have any questions if I get out of here? Let's see what you guys are saying. What's up, Soul Sister Rona? Hey, Taalik. I'm the brother that did my Mike Jackson in Tunica, Mississippi. Hey, now. Hello to Terry. Respect. Bless up. Bless up. Bless up.
But when you have laws and things on paper that say if you do this, we're going to punish you by incarcerating you, and you break them and you're dumb enough to get caught, then you're just dumb.
All right. Shout out to Reality Tip on the bill. Just reminds, I gotta get him on here, man. You talk about somebody polarizing. Whoa. that brother is I'll leave that alone. Shout out to the brother though, just.
and that is Brother Taalik from the Reality Temples on Earth channel. And if you get a chance to subscribe, please do subscribe to his channel. He's a good brother. You know, he's doing good work, and he wants to do good constructive things. He has good information to provide. So please do check out his channel if you get a chance.
Emergency. Wrote a song about it. Like the hit go. Here it goes.
Keep it real.
What you? Cause I keeps it real like that. I keeps it real.
Ride, let's get this party started. Ride, let's get this party started quickly. Let's get this party started quickly. Let's get this party started. Ride, let's get this party started. Ride, let's get this party started quickly. Let's get this party started quickly. Let's get this party started. Ride, let's get this party started. Ride, let's get this party started quickly. Let's get this party started quickly. Let's get this party started. Ride, let's get this party started. Ride, let's get this party started quickly. Let's get this party started quickly. Let's get this party started. Ride, let's get this party started. Ride, let's get this party started quickly.
Cause I keeps it real like that. I keeps it real.
In the name of our ancestors, peace forever and always, and welcome to another edition of what we call the Realities Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. I am the gatekeeper or the host of this program, known here on social media, wherever you may find me. I am known as the mighty Angel Snub 7. I am your soul brother number 1. I want to send a shout out, of course, to the Deacons of Reality, always in the chat room for us on this spontaneous afternoon live stream. A shout out to Mellow Cap and Razzie and Z-Man and Soul Sister Ann, and of course Soul Brother Talib, and all of you who have taken a moment of your time, whether it is now or in the future, when this live stream is on rebroadcast or replay, however you want to, whatever you deem fit. We thank you. It is always an honor that you allow us a few moments of your time. It is not my intent, as always, to take a long time to speak about this topic, but we want to we want to speak about a little. I just want to make some points before we get into our main topic. Our main topic is the American once called Negro has never been righteous by nature. Or maybe he or she has. I want to talk about that real quick. But before we answer that question or speak about that, I would like to talk about this image right here. Some of you are familiar with this image. And we see this image in the media. And for those of you who may not be familiar with this image, no. It's not from a colorized version of a picture from slavery. This is a picture in 2021, an image, a still photo from activities that we're told going on the border of the state of Texas, which is the United States, and the border of Mexico. It is reported from 15 to 20,000 Haitians, citizens from the island of Haiti, who within recent times have suffered extreme loss, extreme hardship due to back-to-back natural calamity via earthquake, via hurricane. Also, their leader was also recently assassinated. So in that country, there is mayhem and hunger, thirst, lawlessness, and the list goes on and on and on. And the people, or the human being in general, because that's my home, I would try to tolerate and I would try to stay in my house. But tragedy after tragedy after tragedy, the people have gotten to the point where they feel they must leave their home. And it is better that I risk my life than stay here in a place where I'm catching, as they would say in religious circles, I'm catching hell. So we have 15 to 20,000 people from that island, Haiti, who have decided to walk, or however they can do, thousand miles. And the Savior, and the Savior is not voodoo. The Savior is not Jesus. The Savior is none of their gods. I want to put that out there because this is important. Their Savior is not no form of voodoo, no form of spirituality, no God. They put on their shoes and pack their bags and they run to a Savior, which is the United States of America. So much faith they have in America, they're willing to risk their lives, go through jungles, cross great rivers in order to come here where we happily reside, okay? So we see these images here. This Haitian man, and he is being, I guess you could say, whipped, not with a whip. That's the rein of a horse. Get back with the rein of a horse. We do not want you here in the United States of America. And on the Mexican side, I saw an image where they were being, one Haitian man was being stomped in the head by Mexican authorities. So my question is here, we have so much of this pro-blackness, Pan-African stuff, been around over 100 years. We all brothers and sisters. Where here's your brother and your sisters, and you see them being mistreated. You see them hungry. Where are these Pan-Africans? Where's all this pro-blackness for my brothers and my sisters? They're being whipped. Well, not actually whipped. Get back with the rein of a horse. And you do see some videos being made by American black people, YouTubers. That's bad. That's bad. They're not raising, now mind you, they're not raising money. Tariq Nasheed, Young Pharaoh, the Nation of Islam, the Pan-Africans, well, ain't nobody raising any money. Nobody is getting in their cars and taking their guns to protect their brothers and sisters in Haiti from the Mexicans and these United States Marshal Border Patrol officers or whatever the hell they are. My brothers and sisters. They just talk. And they use this image to support their own personal narrative. It's like we went back to slavery. We don't need an image like this to be reminded of some image of slavery when we just had George Floyd, we just had Eric Garner, we just had us. And I don't remember, and maybe you can send me the videos by Haitian people talking about how tragic it was for George Floyd or Eric Garner, or how terrible they feel about the death of Dr. King and the dogs and the fire hoses on our babies and our children. We raise our voice for Haitians. We raise our voice for South Africans. We raise our voice for everybody, and they don't respond to us. This has nothing to do with hate. This has something to do, if you don't feel or have empathy for me, why the hell should I have empathy for you? Because we black. In America, we have what is called the Haitian community. Where are their videos? I did a Google search on YouTube talking about the Haitian community, and all I see is videos from 3 months ago, 10 years ago. I do not see their outrage. They're being upset. I don't see them organizing, taking water and food and reaching out to their Haitian brothers and sisters that came from the same country. Some of them might even be related to some of these people. I don't see their outrage. You see more outrage from the so-called African American than from the Haitian community. Many of them just got off the boat, off the plane, who just got here, who have no empathy, don't give a damn about the thousands trying to come across the border. But the American once called Negro, that's my brother, that's my sister. You are my brother and you are my sister when you earn it. Not because you have dark skin. Not because you're melanated. You are my brother and you are my sister when you earn it. I am a child of the 1960s. I am a child of the 1970s. I don't remember the Voices of Africa doing a damn thing for me in rural Mississippi. I don't remember. I don't remember nobody. Now, these people, they will bring you the teachings. They will give you an African dashiki. But they will not stand with you when the racists have shotguns and dogs and fire hoses waiting on your ass? How many Africans marched with Dr. King? How many Haitians and people from the islands marched with Dr. King? This has nothing to do with hatred. This has something to do with brother and sisterhood. If my own biological brother don't deem it fit that he helped me, the hell with him, and that's my own flesh and blood. We came from the same mother. The hell with him or any of my relatives. I have relatives in Houston, Texas, don't give a damn whether I am alive or dead, would not give me a crumb of bread. What the hell I give a damn? Since they don't give a damn about me, why the hell should I give? I'm not going to go around here and beg you for your love, for your friendship. This is the fallacy, and this is a facade given to us by these Pat Africans and all this blackity black lovey-dovey stuff. It's always we, the so-called American Negro. We're always the one. Africa, Africa. Let's love everybody from the islands and love lovey-dovey. It's the same attitude that you had when you was a Christian, talking about, I love everybody. We love everybody. You don't even know everybody, but you love everybody. Love the world. Love. And you laugh at them. Them stupid black Christians, they love everybody. I don't love the white man. But you do the same thing. Except you narrow it down to melanated skin. You narrow it down to being African and black and Aboriginal or whatever the hell it is. And you love everybody. I'm pro-black. I love everybody black. But they don't show you the same love back. And you don't know them. Why do you love them? So you claim. Simply because they have melanated skin. They live in Africa or Barbados or Trinidad or some island. They have not done nothing for you. You will get a slice of bread from the white man before you get anything from these people. Show me the videos. How the Africans and the people from the islands or whatever, how they support the so-called African American. You don't see them making videos and slobbing at the mouth. I want to be the American Negro friend and slobbing at the mouth and bragging about they took a DNA test. I'm related to American Negro. I'm related to the American Negro. You are the only one dumb enough and stupid enough. You keep laughing at Christian people and you have the same mindset. You have the same mentality as they do, again, because you just narrow it down to blackness. But you still just as corny and silly and foolish as they are. Does this mean that we advocate this activity? No. Does this mean that we don't care? No. Before you can help other people, before you can empathize for other people, you have to take care of your own house first. You got to take care of yourself first. How can you slob at the mouth and talk about Africa and other people around the earth when you've done little and you've done nothing to solve your own problem? You got a severe and serious problem right here in America. And then these will become American citizens, and they will see you on the street and turn up their nose. Black Americans is lazy. Black Americans is savages. You will hear them. They will get into drugs, and they will not target the Haitian community or the Jamaican community. They will target you for their drugs. We see this already. And they just cross over the border. And you love so much. You think these are your brothers and sisters and your friends. They don't view you that way. Has nothing to do with hate. It has something to do with common sense. It has something to do, if you treat me good like a brother, I would treat you like a brother. And we stand with each other. That's not what's happening. If that what was happening, I wouldn't have nothing to say. You're foolish in a different way. So I watched a video earlier, and we saw Hebrew Israelites in their costumes. They dressed up like goat herders or supposed to be some kind of ancient people. I mean, the nonsense coming from the so-called Negro, it never stops. So they took their cars and they took their supplies and went there on the border. ISUPK, I guess that's what you call these Hebrew Israelites, the Israelites, or whatever you want to call them. And I watched the comments on the video, which were positive. And that is a positive thing. I'm not taking that away from nobody. If you see somebody hungry, there's nothing wrong with us feeding the hungry. When you see somebody homeless, there's nothing wrong with us trying to find a home for the homeless. There's nothing wrong with charity. There's nothing wrong with being good to a person regardless to their race. I know you black and black. I only care about black people. I don't care about black people. And then we look stupid when the black people break in your house, rape your daughter, kick your dog in the ass, and steal what you got. And you might have just gave that Negro $2 or $3 when he was begging for money at the gas station. And we also say it all the time. Just because somebody have black skin, what they say, all skin folks ain't kin folks. We say that crap all the time. And if you say that, that's a contradiction, because if you say that all skin folks ain't kin folks, then that's a contradiction to your loving everybody. I love all the melanated people. I love the Africans, and I love the Zulus and the Ghanaians and Congolese and the Somalians and the people from the island. I love all the black people, all the African melanated. But then you turn around and talk about all skin folks ain't kin folks. That's a contradiction. Because you're saying just because somebody has dark skin does not mean they are your brother or your sister. I know for a fact that many of these fake ass people will say Angel Snub 7 ain't my brother because of my commentary, because how my view of the world. But I thought you love everybody. Matter of fact, chances are My melanated skin is darker than yours. But you love melanated. I love melanated people, pro-blackity, black and black. Confused minds. What is it that you really stand for? You're silly. And you wonder why you can't progress, because you have a silly mind and you really don't stand for nothing. You just put on a show like these Hebrew Israelite black folks, whatever they are, in Texas. You put on your costume and you go there. I'm a Hebrew Israelite. You want the world to know I'm a Hebrew Israelite and I'm out here and we support our brothers and sisters, you know, trying to cross this border. Again, there's nothing wrong with that. Trying to help those who need help. We all need help. Something terrible could happen right here. That's not the issue. My problem with the Hebrew Israelites or any religious organization is, why do you have to help people, but you got to give them your religion? You have to make sure you let them know I'm a Hebrew Israelite. Why? And then I saw them with megaphones. The only thing these people want is food and water and clothes. All thing they want is help. They don't need your religion. But Christian people, Hebrew Israelites, the nation of Islam, whenever they give you help, they want to let you know and make it clear, God, I'm a Hebrew Israelite helping you. I'm a black Muslim helping you. If I was going to take a group of people down to the Texas border, there's no reason for me to tell them, well, you know, we represent the Reality's temple. We don't believe in that God stuff. I just want to come there, give you some shoes, some socks, give you some food. I am not there to promote my ideology. I'm there to be a humanitarian. I'm there to help another human being. But you have those who are predators of humanity. This is my opportunity to get converts to my religion, to my ideology. So I'm going to let you know, make it very clear, I'm a Hebrew Israelite. I'm the one giving you the food. Yahshua, Yahweh, Yahshua, whatever, however they want to call that God, is blessing you. These are predators. And that's the only reason why religion is in this prison. I'm in the prison as a predator to take advantage of you when you're down and out. I'm bringing you Jesus to save you. You're down and out. Islam, Judaism. But you want to know something? As far as I know, Jewish people don't promote their religion like that. If you learn about it and find out about it and you convert to Judaism, cool. I don't see Jews trying to convert people to their religious beliefs. So you have to give credit and give a shout out to Jewish folks that they don't have that kind of concern. So if that's their behavior, they're not on the religious predator list. But I do know that Hebrew Israelites, I do know Nation of Islam, black Muslims, Islam, Christianity, these are religious predators. And they're always there when you're down and out. Here's my God. I'm going to give you a piece of bread, but I want to let you know that Jesus loves you. I'm not interested in y'all. I'm hungry. I'm not interested in your Jesus or your Allah or your Yahshua, Yahshewi, whatever. I don't care because you wear a bow tie and you dressed up like a sheep herder and all that. I just want to get fed. But we're surrounded by predators with an alternative motive. Their motive is not to feed you. Their motive is to convert you and let you know about Jesus or the Bible or the Quran or some religious garbage, dogmatism. So that means that your intent for the Haitians is not true, it's not real. I want to gather those under the platform of the Reality's Temple. They won't even know who we were. Why are you here? Who are you? I'm just a brother. I'm just a sister. We just sisters and brothers come down here to help another human being. Now, after you get well, now you're no longer suffering trauma and you're in a better place. Then perhaps we can have a conversation. But when you approach somebody when they're low, when they're suffering, of course they want to listen because I'm hungry. While I'm eating this sandwich, yeah, you telling me about Jesus. So the Hebrew Israelites are out here with their megaphone. Are you calling the people to bread? They're out here, of course, spreading their religious dogmatism. So they're not there because that's my brother, that's my sister. They are there for alternative. They don't have a good intent. So this whole drama of Haitians, people from Haiti, trying to cross over into the United States, it exposes the hypocrisy, the predators. It shows how pathetic and low down and dirty and nasty and evil and wicked the human being is. And these come under the guise of love. They come under the guise of peace. They come under the guise of brotherhood. They're not real. There's only two people in this world. Either you're real or you fake. And that's it. That's the points I want to make in regards to this Haitian immigration to the United States. Where is the Haitian voice? Where is the Haitian's body when the so-called or the once called American Negro, when we're in trouble? That's my question. Where's the South African? Where's all these people that we foam at the mouth? Where are they in regard to our suffering? And then they come to the United States and take advantage of all the laws and all the privileges and the rights that our ancestors, they were minors, they were not around, but they take advantage. They take advantage of the rights and the privileges that our ancestors bled and died for. And then they turn around, the black man, you is lazy. Black women, you is a hoe. And of course, I'm pretty sure that some of them call us nigger. You can get angry and upset all you want to. On that, I can't get with. That's why I want y'all fools and all that trash stay the hell away from me. You help me, I help you. It's simple as this. If I love this woman right here and she don't love me, the hell with her. It ain't that serious. Take your happy ass on somewhere. You love me, I love you back. You don't love me, the hell with you. Oh, come on, baby, you can love me. I'm a good guy. That's it. You don't love me, it's cool. I'm going about my business. Your happy ass get hit by a train, don't expect me to come save you. You have no love for me, I have no love for you. Roll out. But that's my sister. She's a black woman. Please. You do that. I don't do that here. So the second part of our talk is the American once called Negro has never been righteous by nature. There is a teaching which is a damn lie, I was taught the teaching for years, and I believed it, like many of you believe it. And we're taught that the black man, the black woman, melanated people are righteous by nature. I have some questions. I mean, you could be right, but I have some questions that need to be answered. Now, you have the scholars, you got the information. So according to your scholars and according to your information that you have, according to the history left by ancient people that we know of, show us any civilization or any tribe, according to written history from the ancient people, that show a utopia by anybody, whether it's Europeans or Asians, but we're just going to stick with the black people, the Africans, because Africans do everything. Africans done everything first. Africans is the best. Africans are righteous and holy, never done a bad thing in their whole entire life. The Africans. Everything Africans do is cool. Everything Africans do is right. So according to African history, because me, myself, personally, I have not read it. I've never seen it. Who are the Africans that were living in a utopia? There was no rape, there was no murder, there was no lies, there was no gossip, there was no greed, there was no, I mean, they just beautiful, holy, and righteous. Who was this tribe? What was the name of this tribe? What was this nation that lived in a utopia? Now, we're not dumb. There's a lot of people that come to this platform. They have the scholarship. They have knowledge also. So if you're listening or if you are in the chat room, please tell me the tribe, the name of the tribe, the African tribe, and please, the black people, the melanated people, the nation or the civilization that was a utopia. There was no rape, there was no murder, there was no lies, there was no slander, there was no gossip. There was no drunkenness. There was no pedophilia. There was no homosexuality. It was just perfect. Because I would like to know. So this is the problem here is, if the Africans was like that, how the hell did they turn from a utopia to what we have today? Well, you see, the white man, that makes me so sick to the stomach. The people on the continent of Africa was raping each other, murdering each other, lying, stealing, lusting, spreading gossip or whatever. They were doing that way before the Europeans showed up. In fact, this is how great civilizations are created, by war. Great civilizations are not created by peace. Great civilizations is created by war, because the leadership, the kings and the rulers, they need land, they need resources as they grow. And they don't go to their next door neighbor, would you like to join us? Because their next door neighbors, chances are, is living a different kind of lifestyle. They might even have a different kind of language. So they want to continue to do what they're doing. They're not interested. So we're bigger than you are. We have more soldiers, and they go to war and they begin to wipe out their neighbors. Most of the time, they make sure they kill all the men, because they don't need warriors. They don't need these strong figures to rise up against them. So we make sure we kill all the males. They might save the women, rape them to make more babies for them. And the children are young, they don't know, so the children can be raised in the new society. In a lot of cases, they would kill the men and the women, because that woman, that mother, can pass down information to those children, and that's a no-no. That's a no-no. And then they burn down everything in that society. So the people who they conquered don't have nothing to return to, and the children have nothing to remember. And they destroy it all. And this is the behavior that you see in modern patriarchal societies. We don't know nothing about matriarchal societies. We never lived in one. We're not even taught about matriarchal societies. Back in the day, on early YouTube, there was a lot of people used to talk about the history of matriarchal societies. All those videos, I don't see those people around no more at all. The only thing we know about now is patriarchal societies, which means a society led by the male gender, led by the penis. And if you're living under a patriarchal society, men are violent, men are conquerors, men are destroyers. And this is what you see. Destruction, violence, bullying. And this is what you get, whether it's in Africa or China, wherever there's a patriarchal society or civilization, you see violence. So if the black man and woman, the melanated people in Africa, if they ever did live in a utopia, you better believe it was not ruled by men. Men are corrupt, violent, vulgar. They're rapists, murderers, conquerors, because men have this thing about, I'm going to be on top. I'm the dominant male. You even hear them on YouTube. I'm the alpha male. You're a beta male. You even hear this coming from the men. You never hear the women argue and debate and fight. Well, you know, the black woman, she's the alpha female. Sister. The Asian women are that. You never hear women argue and debate and fight over dominance. That's a sick male trait. And so the white man must show the world, I'm the dominant male. Look at my nuclear weapons. Look who I control. Look at my money. Look at all the women I control. Then the Chinese, I'm the dominant male. I'm coming for the title. The Russian, I'm coming for the title. I'm going to be the dominant. When you're living in a patriarchal civilization or society, you're always going to live in violence because the male must prove to other men, I'm the alpha. I'm the one on top. I'm the dominant. And when you look at wolf society, the beta male wolves in the pack, they must lick the penis of the dominant male and sniff his backside. You must recognize that he's the alpha male in the pack. And that's what you see in this society. You think it's about love, but the sucking of the penis or the sucking of the phallus, that has nothing to do with pleasure. It has something to do with the dominance of a person. I want you to suck my penis. I want you to suck my phallus because that's the dirty side of me. That's the lower side of me. I want you to lick my booty because that shows how dominant I am, because if you are in your right mind, you're not going to lick and suck on another man's penis or vagina. The reason why the male finds pleasure in women sucking his penis, his phallus, and licking his butt to show dominance. I'm going to take you, woman, and you're going to put in your mouth something I urinate out of, something that I don't even really keep clean. And I'm going to turn around and I'm going to spread my butt cheeks, put your tongue in my backside. This is to show dominance. To degrade and humiliate has nothing to do with sexual pleasure. It's about dominance. Rape is not about sexual pleasure. Rape is about, I'm stronger than you. I'm bigger than you. I'm going to make you do anything I want to. I'm going to take your vagina whether you like it or not. That's what rape is about. Dominance. Power over somebody. Control over somebody. Has nothing to do with pleasure. Has nothing to do with sexual pleasure. It's about dominance. I'm the alpha. I'm the omega. I'm the beginning and the ending as far as you're concerned. That's what it's about. So you're telling me, and we're being taught that the black man is righteous by nature. Let me tell you something about nature. The cow is a very docile animal most of the time. It takes a lot to make a cow angry. And if you do see a cow angry, it's usually the male. It's never the female. It's most of the time, it's the male. Cows are very docile animals. You can slap them, kick them, whatever. They just go moo, moo. They're very docile. That's their nature. They're docile even when they're getting hurt. You can slap them, kick them, or whatever, but they're docile animals and they just go moo. They don't really get angry and upset or whatever because that's just not the nature of a cow to show violence. They're not violent animals. And no matter how you breed them, no matter what you do to them, cows are just docile animals, just like sheep. And there's a lot of animals that way. No matter how you treat them or whatever, they just not goldfish. They're just not violent. They don't have that tendency. That's their nature. Now, if the black man and woman is righteous by nature, then no matter if you are in slavery or whether, no matter what happens to you, that will be expressed because that's your nature. But you see us, we are happy to slander, lie, gossip, murder. We're substance abusers with no problem. But see, if that was your nature, it would be a problem. If your nature was righteousness, why do you want drugs? Why do you want alcohol? Why are you lusting for your brother's wife? Why are you stealing? Now, there are people, because of their religion, they won't steal, they won't do this, they won't do that. But that has nothing to do with your nature. You're trying to live up to a teaching that you was given. That has nothing to do with your nature. If it was your nature, woo! See, look. If it was your nature, you don't need the Bible. You don't need the Quran. You don't need religion. You don't need spirituality. Because that's your nature. What can a Bible or Quran, what can religion and spirituality do for you when that's your nature? The purpose of the Bible, the purpose of the Quran and spirituality, the purpose is to get you closer to God, closer to nature, to make somebody that is wrong right. But if it's your nature, what do you need religion and spirituality for? You don't need it because that's your nature. And then the Bible and the Quran is supposed to teach us righteous behavior according to some man, what he think righteous behavior or morality is supposed to be. Because clearly there's different forms and versions of righteous behavior. Otherwise, why is there a Bible? Why is there a Quran? Why is there over 5,000 different kinds of religion for the human being? Righteousness should be righteousness. When you see the nature of a cow, you see that it does not change. You will see it in all the animals. There's no different versions because that's their nature. But the Bible is not your nature. The Quran is not your nature. And all these religions and gods and spirituality, that has nothing to do with nature. These are man-made creations that came from corrupt people, weak people outside of nature that they're trying to tell you how to live. And so since we are outside of the nature, then we create the unnatural. Our lifestyle that we live day in and day out, it's not natural. We love our cars, we love our trucks, we love our computers, we love our way of life. This is unnatural. And we creating poison and we creating trash that the earth cannot readily absorb because it's abnormal, it's not natural. When we die, there's a process. As soon as we die, the body begins to break down, decompose. We are biodegradable. And we are quickly absorbed back into the earth. And before we get to that point, maggots might eat us. Vultures might get some of us. We go back into the dirt and trees can live off us, earthworms. We are biodegradable. But your computer is not biodegradable. Your computer will stay in the earth maybe for thousands and thousands of years. It will not return to the earth. It's not biodegradable. This cloth is biodegradable. I can just throw it on the ground. After a certain period of time, you won't see it no more. It decomposes and go back to the earth. This envelope is biodegradable. Your computer, these car tires, these trains and these buses, your cell phones, and then we use all these fossil fuels that pollute the air. We live an unnatural life. And there's too many of us in life. It's too many human beings. And human beings must urinate. Human beings must poop. Where's all this going to? Where's all this urine and all this feces? Where's all that going to? We don't care. It's too much. The earth can handle a certain amount of doo-doo and pee-pee naturally. But when you put too much in one spot, it cannot handle it. There are animals that can help deal with the poo-poo and the pee-pee. But they're not allowed to. We're separated from nature. So nature cannot help us. So the poison is slowly accumulating, and it's going to get to the point where the human being is going to poison themselves, and we're going to die. So it makes no difference whether you're African or Asian or European. It don't make no difference because all of you are going to be dead. Self-destruction. And the sad thing about it is the most intelligent life on the planet, you died a stupid death by poisoning yourself. Self-destruction. No other animal on this planet have done such a thing and went extinct. The only one who dumb enough, the most intelligent life form on the planet is the only one dumb enough to kill themselves. So your cars don't mean nothing. Your swimming pools, your movie stars, your diamond rings and your fur coats, all your material stuff that y'all lie and you die, you go to war over, and you murder, all that don't mean nothing because you be dead. You be dead. But this is the sickness. This is the sickness when we live under a patriarchal society or civilization. The male gender has become suicidal because I want to be dominant. I'm the alpha male. I'm strong and better than the others. If we were righteous by nature, then we wouldn't be nasty as we are right now. And this has nothing to do with white people. Well, yes, actually it does. Well, first of all, there's no such thing. There's no history. You can show no proof or evidence of Africans living some type of utopia. And the thing about it, even if they did, what would turn them from a utopia to what we have today? There's nothing righteous about Africa, no matter where you go. I don't give a damn if you went to the so-called primitive tribes or to the nations. There is no sign that they are righteous by nature. Violent, unjust, unfair, female haters, destructive. And that's what you're going to get living under a patriarchal society or civilization, because the male gender is corrupt. I did not say the white man gender, the Asian. I said the male gender. No matter where you go in the world, most of the time, under male domination, is corrupt. Now, I did say, I'm going to say this, we're going to get out of here. I did see, and I believe it was Africa, these Caucasian men visited a tribe. I wish I had that on video. I wish I could remember where I saw this. But they went and visited this village, and they couldn't tell who was who. There was a king and there was a queen, but their hut, their house, looked just like everybody else. There was rich and there was poor. Look, now these are supposed to be savage people, primitive people. They had a rich and a poor, but you couldn't tell who was who. You couldn't tell who the leadership was. Everybody looked the same. There's a people called the Maasai people, and they eat meat, and they're doing pretty good. They don't have no problem with rheumatism. They don't have no problem with cancer, diabetes. All they eat is meat. The Maasai people. Some of you are familiar with the Maasai people. And they would be considered primitive people, savages. But in their society, they have a rich, they have their poor. But when you look at how they live, you can't tell who is who. And when they make food, when they cook for everybody. Now there's a, what you call that? There's a what's the word I'm looking for? Help me, Deacon. There's a hierarchy. Now they do have a hierarchy. I think the men are allowed to eat first or something. Then here come the women, then the children. They do have some kind of hierarchy or whatever, but everybody get fed. And everybody participate in whatever's happening in their society. Everybody participate. If something If something needs to be done, whether you rich or you poor, everybody participate. It ain't nobody, oh, I'm highly rich, and I'm gonna get these people to cut my grass and clean my house. Everybody we gonna clean. We clean the house. We cut the grass. And these are primitive people. And they live more natural than we do. So I did agree when I first listened to Nature Boy. I thought he was a nature boy. But what he is, he's a corrupted Christian. He's some kind of corrupted pro-blackness guy. He's not, there's nothing natural, there's nothing nature about Nature Boy. He's an exploiter of women. He has nothing to do with nature. His mindset is the unnatural. It's founded upon another man, some man's view of what life's supposed to be. So we're living not natural, we're living the life of the vision of some man. Turned out for us. We left the natural for the unnatural. How's it working out for us? So it's a lie. Especially if you are a so-called American Negro. We've been living with unnatural people, people who are violent, vulgar, nasty, disgusting, warmongers. We've been living with them for over 300, going on 500 years. Now, if it was your nature, we would be opposite of them, but we're not. The so-called American Negro, we're greedy. We don't like women like that. We're rapists, pedophiles, and the list goes on and on. Violent. We're just like them. But if it was your nature, no matter what they done to us, we wouldn't be like them. But we're just like them. We act like them. What was that? There was an old show from the 1950s, the Patty Duke show, talking about her twin. We walk alike, we talk alike, we do it, we die alike. What a happy pair. We're nothing but Caucasian people with melanated skin. There's nothing righteous about them. How the hell are we righteous? And the only way some of us look righteous is because of our religion. Well, you know, God said don't do this. God said don't do that. The Quran says this and the Quran says that. So you look like, so you try to look righteous, but you're not. You're trying to obey a book that another man that's long dead trying to tell you how to live your life. Has nothing to do with righteous behavior. I don't need the Quran. I don't need no Bible. I don't need spirituality. I don't need none of that. Matter of fact, when we was younger, growing up, your natural self was telling you certain things. But then we became brainwashed with the Bible, the Quran, and general society. So that which is natural was destroyed. That's why some of us are gender confused. I don't know whether I'm a male. I don't know whether I'm a female. Because your natural instincts, your natural self that all life on the planet has, it was destroyed in us at an early age. And we are fed unnatural from the very beginning. Instead of your mother's breast milk, being close to your mother decides, I got to have me a career. So to make things convenient, I'm going to give you some chemical death that come out of a can or some cow's milk. That's what I'm going to do. Your mother did not love you enough, and your father did not love you enough to give you her breast. Give you some chemicals that have no emotional value, no immunity to nothing. We are told there are things in mother's milk that we don't even know anything about. And when you get that can of Similac or Enfamil, it says on the can, the best milk for your baby is breast milk. So you're giving our children chemical death that is not full. You're giving children milk, these chemicals, and their brain does not develop properly. So when you talk about mental illness, and when we see people, they can't think real good or whatever, one of the most important and first organs of the body that begins to develop is the brain. And one of the most important parts of your body is your brain. Your brain is the only reason why we even know we are alive. When your brain stops functioning, that's the end. All this don't mean nothing without the brain. The brain is the reason why we can relate to our reality. We have to be able to think. So when you come here to the Reality's Temple, it's not about brainwashing you to the way I think. When you come here to the Reality's Temple, it's about giving you something to cause you to think and analyze, being logical, being able to reason, critical thinking, the acceptance of reality that can bring us back to nature. Because clearly we've fallen off the boat. The human being, not just Africans, all of humanity is in bad shape. And of course, living under a patriarchal society, I'll be glad when those Asians die. I'll be glad when those Africans die. I hope all the white people die. Guess what? All of you think the same kind of crazy ass way. All of you gonna die. You're on your way out. This male gender is so corrupted, it's become suicidal. The technology that this male has developed has made your demise quicker. In the ancient days, the human being was on their way to self-destruction, but now because of the technology, now you're on your way to the graveyard faster. That's what has happened. The male gender is criminal. The male gender is corrupt. And this is why I keep telling women, not only in America, around the world, you need to rise up against this male. You're never going to have peace, and your children, your babies, are not going to have peace. the majority of these men around the earth, they benefit from this corruption. So, of course, this corruption, they like being on the top. Just like when you live in a racist society, there's a lot of Caucasian people who truly don't like white supremacy, racism. But a lot of them, they might not tell you, but they like being on top. They like the advantage and the privileges that white supremacy gives them. And that's why you don't see them really fighting against it, because it gives them an advantage. It gives them privilege. It's the same thing living in a patriarchal society and civilization. These men don't want to give up, because no matter how pitiful they are, just like just like under racism, I don't care how poor and pitiful you are as a white man, but under racism, you always can feel you're better than a black man that might be the president of the United States. Yeah, but you black, you still a nigga. And you feel better because I'm white. Because in white supremacy, under white racism, you got that privilege. So that's why you don't really see Caucasian people, white people, however you want to call it. That's why you don't see them really fighting against racism. You don't really see them really fighting, put up a struggle against, because they know they have an advantage. And some of them will even tell you that outright. Well, I sort of like, they like the benefit. These men like the benefit of a male-dominated society, because no matter how pitiful and pathetic they are, I'm still better than a woman. I don't have $100 in my pocket, but I'm still better than these women is. When you're living in a male-dominated society, you're still giving benefits and privileges that women can't get. You're still going to be treated, men are going to treat other men better than women. And that's just how it is. So that's why I say to the sisters, that's why I speak to womanhood. I don't speak to the sisters. I speak to womanhood. You need to rise and take this bastard out of power. They are the problem. And if your men really love you the way they claim, they will stand with you to take the corruption and bring the planet, bring humanity back to balance. But as long as you stay docile, as long as you keep believing in their bullshit religion and spirituality and all this garbage that they teach you, you're going to stay right here where you at, under their foot, their slave. And if that's what you want, so be it. I guess it must feel good to you, because women, you've been under the foot of corrupt men for thousands of years. But if you want to change, there's no God going to come out the sky. There's no spaceship. You have to recognize your power, your strength, and you got to change it. And there are a lot of brothers willing to help you. And you will expose the ones who lie to you and tell you, I love women. I love the female. You're a damn lie. Yeah, you love the women as long as you're on top. You don't mind the civil rights bill as long as you control the civil rights bill. You don't mind affirmative action as long as you control the actions of the affirmative. You don't mind as long as you can control, as long as you can maintain your privileges and your benefits. That's what we're dealing with here So are you talking about changing over to a matriarchal society? I'm talking about changing over to justice. Justice has no gender. I'm talking about competence. Competence has no gender. Competence can be male or female. Freedom, justice, and equality can be brought about by male or female, or any race. Has nothing to do with race. Competence has nothing to do with race or justice. But we're caught up in race. We're caught up in gender. So every day you hear these people talk about the black man, the white man, the red man. Race. And if it's not race, well, you know, the men do this and the women can't do that. Somebody always got to put somebody in some box. The rich better than the poor. I'm better than you because I can read and write and you can't. All this type of stuff needs to be destroyed. If somebody can't read and write, then you help them so they can read and write. But we put ourselves and we put people into all these different classes and categories because somebody wants to be better than somebody else. And as long as the human being has this attitude, you're on your way to self-destruction because you are too intelligent to be functioning on that level. If you truly want to go to heaven, and I'm not talking about the heaven in the Bible, I'm talking about go out into the universe, then you have to get humanity together because all of us in these different circles, you're not going to make it. But as a species, as a human being, as one, we have the talent, we have the potential to go out there, not just talk about it. So Star Trek will become true. Battlestar Galactica will become true. Star Wars will become true. And if you notice those science fiction stories like that, it's not about gender and color. It's about the technology, developing the technology to continue to go where man has never gone before. Now, according to some of the science fiction, they allow the sickness of racism. I'm a human being. You such and such from another planet. And there goes the fighting and the killing and the murdering. See what I'm saying? We have to stop this with us. If we want our future generations to have a future, and if you want them to do better, if you want them to go to heaven, the buck stops with us. And we're not righteous by nature, but we can take the steps necessary where our future generations, they can be righteous by nature. They don't need a Quran. They don't need a Bible. They don't need to be caught. They are righteous by nature. Coming from the unrighteous who learn how to check these things. To my knowledge, there's no history except religious, some kind of fabricated history that we're taught of some utopia where Africans live some type of righteous lifestyle. It never happened. Because if that was the case, just like the cow that demonstrates a docile nature, you and I would do that. But we don't. We're very violent. We're vulgar. We're nasty, disrespectful, arrogant, and the list goes on and on. There are individuals, and I'm going to say this, we're going to get out of here using myself as an example. As you know, we had a back and forth with a sister that was on this platform. But listen to me talk compared to them. Look how they cuss and they're profane and vulgar and nasty and just tell lies and blah, blah, blah. Compared to me. Am I cussing them out? Am I hollering at them and screaming? Because see, that's not my nature. I'm not like that anyway. It would take a lot to get me to the point where you see me cussing people loud and talk about your mama, want to kick your dog in the ass, because that's just not me. Never have been me. My personal nature, I'm docile. Anybody that really know me, I don't even talk. You might think that I'm a talker because I come on here and I speak to us, but I'm not. Those who know me, I'm quiet. Now, if you want me to talk and we get into a conversation, I can do that. And if I enjoy the conversation, we can talk. Most of the time, I'm silent. I'm not a talker like that. But you see how I express myself. I just made videos showing the truth of the situation. I didn't run around here talking about your vagina dry. Try to humiliate somebody. I just went out, looked through the videos, used their own words against them, and presented receipts. That's all I've done. It's not necessary to talk all nasty and what they said, you getting all indignant. That's not necessary. But see, that's my personal nature. Their personal nature, you're a deceiver, manipulator, you're greedy, you're a user, you're arrogant, self-righteous, and the list goes on. That's them. That's them. And no matter where they go, and so they have a problem in personal relationships. They have a problem holding down jobs because that's them. They cause their own problems because there's nothing wrong with them. And they don't want to do better. But their attitudes and their behaviors cause them their problems. And the human being, we have a big problem because we don't want to accept, and we are in denial. We think we're right. Everything we do is right. There's nothing wrong with me. Angel Snuffing 7 is the one with the mental illness. Angel Snuffing 7 is the crazy one. But look at them. Look at the Pan-Africans. Look at the pro-black folks. Look at the Hebrew. Look at them. What do they accomplish? Do they progress? No. It's not my fault. But I thought they know it all. I posted a video earlier about Brother Polite. He has all the information. He's a scholar. He wrote 90 books. Now he's in court. All of his scholarship, all of his books, all of his information, what is it doing for him? He looked like he almost getting ready to cry. Because now, when he saw the realization that his bond could be taken away, he looked like he was getting ready to cry. But you got a long road to come until those charges or whatever is dismissed or whatever. You got a long road ahead of you. And he should already understand and know, because he's been in the criminal justice system before. It's not his first rodeo. But when we get arrogant, when we think we're more than what we are, something is going to come here. Something here going to come here and give us a reality check. I would suggest to the human being that you take heed of this warning before you find yourself in a place where there's no return. And death is reaching out his arms. Come on, baby. You had your time. Come on, baby. Come on. I'm just death. I ain't gonna hurt you none. It's time for you to die. Come on. Come on, human. Come on, Africans. Come on, Asians. Come on, women. Come on, human men. Don't be scared. Death here for you. Come on, baby. Come on. That's your reality. That's your reality. We are the voice trying to warn you so that the human family can avoid the graveyard, because it's not necessary. You don't have to go to the graveyard. But at this moment in time, if we don't change our course and direction, everything that you've done, y'all lie and you steal and you cheat, everything that you build don't mean nothing when you're dead. And your children not going to inherit a damn thing. Generational wealth. They're not going to inherit nothing because they're going to be dead. They are no longer going to exist. So you've done all this for nothing. All this fighting and killing, hating, murder, slander, gossip. Did all of it for nothing. Because the only way all of this is a benefit, you have to be alive. If you're not alive, it don't mean nothing. All the awards my brother Michael Jackson got don't mean nothing. When he died in 2009, his Grammy Awards, his American Music Awards, his humanitarian, everything he ever done in life, his awards that he got from people don't mean nothing. In 2021, his awards don't mean nothing. Mello said they don't want to listen, they want to be entertained. And that's going to cost you your life. That's going to cost us our lives as human beings. Because it's not about African and black and white and red and yellow. It's about, will the human being survive? And if the human being continues to live the way that we're living right now, either the human being is going to go extinct or you're going to return to what we call the primitive life. And there's nothing wrong with that. The primitive life. I would rather live the primitive life than be dead, because that's under Western civilization, how we living right now, the modern day age, you're on your way to the grave. Right. The true meaning of zombie is when you're mentally dead. You cannot raise the physically dead to life, but you can have a zombie, somebody who is physically alive, but their mind is dead. That is why the people who made the American Negro called us, our people, Negro, because he knew that we were mentally dead. And now we fill our minds up with all this other nonsense. And you think you're alive. Well, if you're alive, then your actions will show that you're alive, but your actions show that you're still mentally dead. You feel better about yourself because I'm a Pan-African, because I'm Kemetic, because I'm a Black Christian, or whatever nonsense you done filled your head up with. You feel better, but you're still mentally dead because your actions do not show that you are alive. Living people can move on their own. The only way you can get Negroes to move, somebody got to come and help you, move you, because you're dead. The dead has no life. So if I die right now talking to you, I can't move. I'm dead. I would never move. I have no life. So somebody alive have to come and get me out this chair because I'm dead. And that's how it is with the so-called Negro in this country. Something have to come and move us because we're mentally dead. That's why you need the Bible, the Quran. You need somebody from a foreign country, Jamaica, Marcus Garvey, Noble Aleeyah have to go to a foreign country. Master Farad Muhammad. Somebody got to come and move you because you're dead. You're not alive. And your God has no compassion, no mercy on you to give you your own life, give you your own prophet, give you your own book, give you your own spirituality. Everything that we get always comes from an outside source because we too damn dumb. And that's acceptable to you. Somebody always telling you and me, that's right, that's wrong, because the information and the scholarship that we got comes from outside sources that we did not create nor control. Well, you're not going to do that here. This is a brand new beginning. This is a brand new beginning. Ain't nobody coming here telling me a damn thing. I'm God here. I'm the creator here. We're the gods here. We're the creators here. Ain't nobody gonna come here and tell me that's right, that's wrong, because we are the creators. We write the book. We develop the culture. You're not gonna tell me right or wrong, because we're the mother. We're the mother and the father. We are the Alpha and the Omega. We're the master, but we don't need slaves. Absolutely, Deacon. That's the difference. And you know why? Because we're supposed to be free and we're supposed to be alive. Then act like you're free and you're alive. And you're alive, that you're living. If we ever get to the point just to get a very few minimum of the supporters that these other suckers get, watch what we can do. Because we're small, but we think big. They're big and think small. That's the difference between us and them. They keep telling y'all about dead folks. The Bible, Quran, and what they did, dead people, what they did 50,000 years ago. They keep telling you about the dead. We're telling you about the living and respecting the living. We are the church of the living God, not you. Your God is dead. I don't know what it is or why. The intent is to make a 30-minute video, and I always end up over 30 minutes. But that's fine. I like to spend time with my audience. I like to spend time with us because I know many of you enjoy the company when your brother shows up and goes live. And I enjoy your company. It's a blessing, as they would say in religious circles, to be around those like myself. And so this is the year of the purge. And that's all I want around me is people like us. No more of that foreign nonsense, because that's a distraction. And they're not interested in brotherhood. They're not interested in sisterhood. They're not interested in nothing except the promotion of their garbage. And that's what it is as far as I'm concerned, garbage. We don't need them. We're doing just fine. We're doing just fine. So on that note, the deacon says, we are the gods here at Reality's Temple. That's right. We don't depend on nobody except us, our brain, us. And we can't be touched. They can't touch us. They cannot touch us. So y'all Santa Claus loving ass people, keep doing what you do. But your best bet is to leave us the hell alone. And yeah, I'm gonna still keep talking about your ragged ass. You damn Skippy. I'm gonna keep talking about you. Oops, I was trying to do something here. But yeah, we're going to get out of here. Okay, I think that's the right one. Yeah. We're going to get out of here. We said what we need to say. And absolutely. That's right. Be quiet. That's how you learn things, by being quiet. And I would say, I don't mind a debate now and then, but I'm not going to debate these losers. The only thing they want to do is scream and shout and all that old crazy stuff. You know you can't do nothing with Angel Snub Number 7, and I know it. Your best bet, just go on about your business and try to convert people to your mess. Because you can't debate me. You're not on my level. Your scholars, and your historians can't do nothing with me. And this is not to say that their information is not valid or it's not credible. But there are certain things that you don't say, because if you did, it destroys your narrative. So that means you don't give a damn about reality. You don't give a damn about truth. You just want to support this narrative. And that's not what we are about. I want to know how things are for real. So on that note, thank you for listening. Jot down your comments. If you would like to buy or check out an excerpt of my autobiography, it's on Amazon. The link is in the description box. If you want to donate to the platform, you can do so. The link is in the description box. You can support our brother Taalik. The link is in the description box to his channel. Also, above all, subscribe to Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign. Learn about Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign. We have the vision. We have the plan. We got the purpose. We know what to do. We know what to do. They don't. That's why they don't talk about it. They keep talking about things, what we used to do in the past. And they keep doing things from the past that didn't do nothing in the past, didn't help the ones in the past, and it's not doing nothing for us right now. Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign. And if you really don't understand what's going on, feel free to ask questions. And we'll try to answer those questions. And this is not to say because I don't know it all. You might bring something up I never thought about. And that's good. I can easily tell you I don't know. Never thought about it that way. I don't know. Absolutely, Deacon. And the thing about us is, even when we lose, we win. That shows you how bad we are. Even when we lose, we look like winners. And that's how we as a people, this is how we should be seen all over the world as a people. It don't make no difference. Even when we lose, we win. That's how bad we are. And that's how it used to be back in the day. But now we're trying to be like everybody else instead of ourselves. Then if we're a loser, we look like losers. All right. On that note, let us try to be as righteous as we can. And evolve and be the best human being that we can be. That's the way to go. And as in the words of our brother Don Cornelius used to always say and tell us in parting, until next time, I wish us love, peace, and song. We are Audi 5000.